judgment will be handed down in the rape and human trafficking trial against televangelist Timothy Omotoso on the 2nd of April. He and co-accused Lusanda, Sulani and Zukiswa Sitho also face sexual assault and racketeering charges. Tensions were high in court today as both legal teams delivered their final submissions in the prolonged trial. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema reports.
It's business as usual outside the Kema High Court for the supporters of the victims, as well as supporters for Timothy Omotoso, as they stand out, as they've done throughout this entire trial, as it's nearing to a closing. The judge remanded the case until the 2nd of April for judgment. But, of course, this courtroom was not without its drama. As the state submitted its closing arguments, the judge, Irma Skuman, stopped the advocate Caesar in the middle of his submissions, asking whether or not some of the evidence he is bringing and referencing during his closing arguments were the accused cross-examined and questions asked regarding the evidence. But advocate Caesar said that as the state, they knew the accused would deny, but that did not seem sufficient for the judge. But the NPA says they're not deterred, even following Judge Irma Skuman asking them these questions regarding what she called failed cross-examination.
We believe that the judge still has to weigh the evidence that was presented in court in its entirety. Remember, we were given an opportunity as the state and the defense also to submit written arguments. She only raised questions in parts where she was not satisfied with what was in the submissions. If you remember, in all the heads of arguments that were argued by the state, the judge never raised any questions, apart from the fact that she said the cross-examination fell short in putting our version against the accused.
The defense also submitted their closing arguments, but the NPA says it does believe, as far as evidence is concerned, it has a strong case.
Remember, the onus is on the state to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. And we still believe that we did exactly that. The evidence that was led by the state and our witnesses were not, the judge didn't raise any questions in as far as the credibility of that evidence. Now she's going back to actually weigh the two, weighing the evidence of the state and the evidence of the accused. Now, on our side, we believe we did enough to convince the court with the evidence we presented.
Now, this long-running trial has finally come to its end, as we heard the last of the closing arguments today, and the judgment will hear on the 2nd of April 2025. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Sipha Kema, outside the Kema High Court.